Welcome back to another episode of the Almost Tipsy Vegan. And I want to say Merry Christmas to everyone. And we have celebrated Christmas early this year with travel. We just got back from our travel with our families. And look at the t-shirt my son gave me. Pretty cool, I think. I am so proud of that. But anyway, we're going to get started. We came back. We're here in Florida, and it is freezing cold today. So we thought that we would make a pot of vegetable soup. Now, we came in late last night and didn't have a lot of vegetables. So what we did is we just found what we had and we're going to use those. And some of them are going bad. So we thought, make some soup, keep us warm. So right now, last night I put 3/4 of a bag of black-eyed peas and they're soaking and they soaked, and I've already put them in here. They're getting hot now, and they had not started cooking yet. Okay. In the meantime, I'm going to add just 1 can of fire roasted. This is lightly salted tomatoes. Put that in there. We like a lot of tomatoes. Okay. Now, we've also diced up 2 red jalapenos, seeds and all. We like a little bit of spice. And we're gonna also, we had a half of a purple cabbage, red cabbage, whatever you call it. It's purple to me. We're gonna put this in here and let it cook. Again, we were just cleaning out the refrigerator. And while we're out of town, while we tried to eat healthy, we didn't always happen that way. Now, I still didn't eat any meat, not intentionally. I did find out some of the dishes that were vegetables had some beef, pork stuff in there, which I wasn't too proud about. But you can't be 100% all the time. Okay. There's also 1 small white onion in here and 2 cloves of garlic that's been diced up. We're going to put that in here. And that's 1 small onion and 2 cloves of garlic that are minced up. Okay. We're also going to add, and this is a pretty plate right here. How pretty is that? We've got 2 stalks of celery, 1 big red pepper, 3 stalks or 3 big long carrots, and 1 beet. We're going to put this in here and let it start cooking. So this is going to be a pretty healthy dish. Okay. We're also going to add this tomato in here. We got tomato. It was going bad. I cut out some bad spots of the tomato and put it in here. And we couldn't find any fresh okra, so we got a bag of frozen okra. I will say go through there because this particular bag had the ends on it. I cut those off because sometimes they're tough. So I added that to the, I cut the stems off and we're adding okra because okra just goes in vegetable soup, I think. Okay, so we're adding that. And now then, that's nice and slimy, just like okra's supposed to be. We're also adding, this is just we had a part of a jar or can of rotel left over. We're adding just part of a can of rotel. Again, more tomatoes, a bit more pepper. And now we're going to add, this is probably, we've chopped and diced and let soak some potatoes have been peeled. There's probably about 4 good sized potatoes. We're going to add that. Okay. And, there's a bad spot of one. So you have to pick through things, a bad spot. I'll add it back in a few minutes. I'll cut the bad spot off. Okay. Now, we have to have some liquid in here. And you know, we always drink on this show. We always cook on this show. So I'm going to put just a regular light beer. This is a Yingling Light. For a little bit of flavor. Again, remember I've told y'all that I do not use vegetable stock because of the sodium content, and if you just drink vegetable stock, it doesn't taste very good. So I substituted beer, and I put a little bit more flavor, Dos Equis in here, and I'm putting this in here for more flavor. And of course, you know, the soup's not getting all of it. I'm getting a little bit, so there we go. We always drink on the show. Okay. Now, to be honest with y'all, I got some rice soaking. I'm not sure I've got room to put it in here. I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put about half of it in here. Just dip out. It's been rinsed and soaking. I'll put a couple spoons in here. So I'm afraid it's an overflow if I put too much. We'll cook it some other time. We won't let it go bad. So we got probably about half a cup of rice in here. And we're also going to put two bay leaves in here. Now that we're going to start with our spices, and I always put ketchup in mine. Maybe it's a southern thing, I'm not sure, but just a couple squirts of ketchup. And we also put a little bit of mustard. This is Dijon mustard. Again, if y'all know by now, we have a lot of flavor in this show. A lot of flavor. We don't add a lot of those because we don't want it to be a hamburger or anything. We're also, this Worcestershire right here, y'all know I always cook with Worcestershire. That gives it a lot of flavor. And so, Worcestershire. Now then, we're going to put some turmeric in here. Not a lot, and again, be careful because if people are on a blood thinner, statins, they may not need this, but this is blood thinner, and it really helps me feel better when I'm in my everyday activities. Let's see if I can get it out of here. The jar's almost empty. I'll just pour some in here, see what happens. This is a half a teaspoon I'm putting in here. Whoop, that's a little bit more than a half teaspoon, so it just fell out. That's okay. We're going to put, let's see, we're going to put a little bit of tarragon in here because tarragon is so incredibly good. I'm going to put 1 teaspoon of tarragon. Gives it a nice, little bit sweeter taste, real good. And I'm going to put this thyme in here. I'm going to put 1 teaspoon of thyme. It gives it kind of a citrusy, good, good fresh spring flavoring. And I'm put a little bit of fennel seed. Fennel seed gives it, we like just a lot of depth of flavor. I'm putting 1 teaspoon of fennel seed. This is ground fennel seed. And then I'm also going to put a teaspoon of ground cumin. Again, that's kind of the same thing as turmeric. So, but this adds a bit more flavor to it. So 1 teaspoon of ground cumin. And, you know, I cook with a lot of spices. Y'all may say, well, I don't have all these spices. Well, if you don't have them, don't use them. But we have found that the more we cook with spices, the better we like it. I'm putting 2 teaspoons of basil, 2 teaspoons of basil, and y'all know I always cook with this no salt seasoning. That's just my go-to. So we buy a lot of this. Put 1, 2, 3 teaspoons of no salt seasoning. Now, actually, you're not going to believe this, but we ran out of just regular table salt. So I'm using this pink Himalayan salt. So it's actually a lot better for you. But so we're patting this, and we're going to let it cook a little bit. Now, one thing, I'm going to show y'all a little trick right here. We left going out of town 4 or 5 days ago, and we had a part of a bag of spinach left. And we didn't want it to go bad, so we just put it in the freezer. So I'm going to get it out the freezer. This spinach was frozen, and I'm going to show you. Just take it, and it just crushes up so good. It just crushes like potato chips. Now, if you let it thaw out, it does not crush very good. So here we are. You see this? Just crushes like potato chips. And we saved money on it. We didn't have to buy frozen spinach. And look how good that worked out. Getting that quick little, or good little tip. Perfect. Just perfect. So, I'm going to use this whole bag so it doesn't go bad. And it makes it a lot healthier. All the greens in here. This is a very, very healthy dish. Well, it is pretty cold in my hands, I can tell you that. So, now how cool was that? So, we're going to let this cook for probably a couple hours. Let everything cook together. So, while it's cooking, y'all try to stay warm if you're in a cold environment. And we'll see y'all when it's done. Okay, welcome back. This soup has been cooking now for about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes. Before we eat it, we will take the bay leaves out. Matter of fact, I'll do that right now. Take the bay leaves out so we don't get those. We'll throw them away. And uh, y'all remember I had that little incident with having too much rice? Well, I went back. It all cooked down. So I added more rice and added some more water to it. So now then, how pretty is that? All the different colors. We're going to do a taste test. We're going to put some. I like mine really, really, really thick. So we just put some in here. And also while y'all were gone, while this was cooking, I also put some cornbread in the oven. We have some jalapeno cornbread. If you want my recipe for that, it's online. Jalapeno cornbread is very, very good and will go excellent with soup. So let's try this. Let's see what it tastes like. Well, that's good. You can taste the got the beer flavoring. You can't really taste the beer, but it's just a whole beer. Tarragon strong in there, really good tarragon flavor. All the flavors just come through. This is gonna be so good for lunch today, and a cornbread. So anyway, again, y'all have a very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I'm the Almost Tipsy Vegan.